What's up guys, it's Get Ready to Battle and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Series 2025, even though we're in 2026. It's staying the whole way, I just think it's funny at this point. I could say what to do last episode, but first, I'm going to say what we're going to do this episode. Previously in the other episodes, we went on these long adventures to other locations. Like last episode we went to a trial, why was I in first person? To a trial chamber, and before that we went on an adventure through the nether structures, and before that we went nether thousands of blocks away looking at different structures, and before that we went to the end. I might be getting these wrong, it's been a while, I've already forgotten. We've done a lot of things that aren't near our home, and every time I work at stuff on the home, it's just been off-camera work. We're making that on camera now. We're going to improve the farm. That's mainly, we're just going to improve the farm, going to make it look nicer, still going to keep this overall design, but we're going to make some changes. Now, off camera, I finished the rest I need to do with the trial chambers. I technically didn't get the wind bursts 2 and 3, but I got everything else, so, you know, I'm okay with that, at least for now. Eventually, when I go to get everything, then I will. I also have this Happy Ghast. This Happy Ghast lets me carry mobs from large distances away, such as the one addition that I did off camera. Rabbits. You can't really see them easily from here. But I went to a snow biome like 1,000 blocks away, and I got some snow rabbits. So yay, rabbits. I've also done a few other changes. I've added some mods to this. Previously I've just played vanilla, but no, now we're using fabric. So we got some cool mods, such as, I can zoom in now. I can get in-depth images of my face. I'm not going to use it too much, but it's going to be able to do different bits. That's not everything. I also added a replay mod, which means I can show you time lapses of me working, instead of like me randomly cutting. I've also made some changes with how my thing is set up. Previously, how the only editing I did, which was pausing, worked, was I have to click a button that's on the other side of my keyboard, which requires me to take my hand off the keyboard, so I can't walk around. But now I decided to just use the other buttons that I don't touch on my mouse, which should be able to pause and unpause it. Along with also using the button to start recording, and I would just deal with it if I accidentally click it. I just won't have OBS open all the time. Previously, I didn't have a button set up because I kept accidentally clicking the button. Anyways, so the most important thing we're going to do now is show off. I'm going to get more space for more mobs, and then we can take them with the ghast. For that, we need to tear down this whole system of blocks. And for that would be a good time to show you how the replay mod works with a time lapse. But first, as I'm doing it, I will be eating every single block. I will be getting this advancement. Eat everything that is edible, even if it's not good for you. There's 40 things you have to eat. Here's all 40. Now, some things I have already ate before, like I've constantly eaten golden carrots. You've even watched me do one this episode. I'm just going to redo them all anyway, you know, just in case. And that includes eating an enchanted golden apple, unfortunately, even though there's only a limited number of these in the world. But I mean, I have like 7 right now, and I don't ever use them, so you know, it will probably be fine. Everything will be probably okay. Anyways, now let's get right into it. How did you get out of there? I thought I tested it, and they couldn't get out from this. Well, that's a problem. I already got one escaped that I planned to do into a clip. And they're eating the carrots, I just realized. Okay. I gotta figure out something to do with these. Anyways, we're gonna do only 3 for now. I think 3 is good enough, especially since I don't know which mobs I want to go get for this section. I think I want 3 different mobs. I'm thinking maybe foxes here, because I think I know how to easily get them. The problem is that you can't just get wild foxes and put them in a pen in the same way you got pigs. You have to, like, breed them and then steal the child, and then breed them again and steal that child, and then take those 2 children and breed them, so they don't escape. It's going to be a problem. Just got to figure out how to Gotta do some research on what to do with the rabbit. Anyways, assuming that it's not a mob that just wants to have grass below it, then we can replace these with other blocks. So it depends. This middle section is a block that I want to be a crafting table. This perimeter here is going to be blocks with fences on them, followed up by here being a barrel plus fence gate, depending on what the mob is. And now, the time to research the best way I know how. And that's to look at the wiki. There is a Minecraft wiki. It's just Minecraft wiki. It's it's free, it's simple. It gives you lots of info that you can get nearly anything. Such as on the rabbit page, you're able to see around here that they run away from players within 8 blocks. And then after testing it on a testing world, they don't see you as a person if you're in creative, which is where I tested it. So they weren't panicking, so they weren't jumping over the fence, which is why I fix that now, but still. But here, if we scroll down, we can see the entities category, so we can look at all the different mobs that are here. So, of the 3 mobs that I need, I think I'm going to already do fox, because I have an idea of where 2 different foxes are, so I can have them breed and get the foxes done. Because it's also, I have the pathway already made, I don't need to do a long trip to get them. Then looking at all the other ones, some of these could be cool, but just looking at the top down, like first one, I think armadillo. I don't know why, just armadillo gets some useful resources in their scoots, which gives me wolf armor, getting wolf armor gets me 2 different achievements. And so that's 2 of them down, the fox and the armadillo for the ones I want. And I think the third one I'm going to pick is the trader llama. Now this is different than a normal llama, because you have to like tame it first, and also it has this armor on it, and to actually make them breed. The way that I am going to get one is actually pretty simple. It's called I already have them, as they spawned as I was setting this up. So I'm just going to kidnap these 2 after I deal with, I'm pointing them with my mouse, except you can't see that. So let me go put them in prison and start handling this, because this I can do off camera. Now, with these trader llamas captured, and also the rabbits are fixed so they shouldn't be able to escape anymore, there is an interesting quirk about them. Here, you ride them, you can't really control them, but what you can do is breed them. So you give one of them a hay bale. Notably, you can only breed ones that are tamed. You can't breed like ordinary trader llamas. And we get a baby one. Something weird. These guys will not despawn because they've been tamed. This guy will despawn given enough time. Unless you tame them first. So we have to wait for him to grow up and then tame him and then be able to use them into this breeding system. So funny enough, another mechanic about them is caravans. You put a lead on one of them and like 10 other guys can follow that one. It just form a single file line. So if I have like 11, that's enough for 1 lead in the whole army, which is going to be kind of fun. Now that we have this mob, I think next up, let's get a fox. Let's go off into the nether. Now, yes, I do know that there is a problem of going to the nether while saying everything was going to be at home, but hear me out when I say this. Fox. But I path. 1 fox has currently in the nether already. This isn't one of the ones we can take, though. This is just a random fox that went through the portal. What we can do, though, is take a different fox that I saw earlier while I was looking for a sheep, and use that to breed. So we got leads and sweet berries to go try to make new foxes. Step 1, kidnap a fox. I might have been, throughout this entire series, been reaching over to click the pause button, forgetting that I moved the pause button. Look, I found a wild cat. That would be useful for later, but not for now. Now, let's actually get that fox. Well, now I want to switch to getting some donkeys. Also, we got some more dogs here. You can't see me punch when I'm zoomed in. Didn't think about this. Finally, we have found it. Now, the important thing is to sneak up real close, like... Is he sleeping? Isn't it like daytime? Sleeping pretty early. Either way, come nice and close. We have to be sneaking, or else he will detect us and start running away. Oh, step 1. There we go. And now he's ours. So now, we just take him on to our little journey. Let's bring him over to the one who's like his kind. He stole the lead. He's eating the lead. I can't even take him anywhere. Ugh. Kids, am I right? Good news, got the lead back. Bad news, where'd the fox go? Also, it's nighttime, so now mobs are spawning. Great, back to square 1. Even the cat despawned. I want to get that for the future use. God. I'm realizing for some reason, while I hold shift and I press my pause button, it doesn't actually unpause. But if I'm holding zoom, it works. Which also means I can't sneak up to them and unpause for the clip. I'm just gonna kidnap him. Once you capture your own fox, the most dangerous enemy is 1 block high cliffs, because they might get stuck and break the lead, and then you have to go on a 20-minute adventure trying to find the fox again. Also, word of advice, F3 plus B lets you see hitboxes. Very useful. Able to be done, even in multiplayer worlds. What should you do once you finally get your fox? Well, pretty simply, bring them to hell. Throw them into hell. Why is this not working? I forgot to make a hole on the backside of this in the portal. There we go. But now, we can make them unite with their own kind. Oh, they're already still leashed with me, even though they went through another portal. Wonderful. We're gonna have to find that one. Make them come close. Also, it's a funny technique you can do. Simply put a leash to connect the foxes together. That was not on purpose. That happens even if you're holding a normal leash, if you just right-click them. But we get them together, which means you can do sweep area on one, sweep area on the other. No! He's running away. He's stealing the other fox with him, too! This was not a good plan. You. There we go. Now give me another fox. There we go. So now, this baby fox trusts me. Unfortunately, it's more likely to follow its parents. Anyways, I'm going to kidnap him away from its parents. Also, should probably bring the parents closer to the nether portal, but oh well. And that's probably close enough. Wonderful. Time to take this one back home. He's eating the lead again. And he's sleeping. Luckily, this one trusts me, so I can get up close to him. And I can give him a sweet berry. When in doubt, bribe them. He switched what he was eating while sleeping. Come on, I will drag you along even if you're sleeping. We are going to your new home. And there we go. Nice and safe. Now you better not run off. Right? Look at me when I talk to you. You're kidding me. I went to feed the rabbit. One of them had infidelity, I guess. It causing the parent to run away and then get murdered by the fox. That's the weirdest Rube Goldblum machine I've ever seen in Minecraft. Now this should be able to protect him. Now he can technically jump out, but I think he won't want to. If I simply make this a place that he doesn't want to escape from, then he won't escape. It's just that simple. Now let's go get him a friend. I don't know which is funnier, the fact that the hitboxes are showing me that the arrow has eyes, or the fact that it's not looking where the arrow is going. And would you look at what we have here, another villager to go into the trading hall. Except this villager is actually just going to be used to make my prices even cheaper. Even more budget prices. As celebration for more employees, I'm gonna eat an enchanted golden apple. Just totally wonderful. A larger problem with breeding animals is that they can run away, they can be free. And they have a 5-minute timer in between being able to have more once, which means they have to wait here for 5 minutes. And they could run away in that time, especially since I can't be holding crouch the whole time, and also show anything that's going on. So foolproof plan. Put them all on leads, and then put them on a fence. They are not going to run away. In fact, what you could do is also grab, or maybe not, maybe that's not how it works. Okay, I don't know actually how to grab this one without using shears, and I didn't bring shears. So now what we have to do is wait here for 5 minutes until I can have them sweet berries again. So, you know, editor, insert a sound of a mobile game starting up. And now that we have their child, it's time to steal it. We're taking it home with us. This horse is too fast to properly handle a fox. Can you get up? I was making a joke. This horse is too fast to handle a fox, so I'm drifting to try to keep it at normal speed. Otherwise, it will break anytime there's a single road bump. Why is there this still grass block here? I swear an Enderman did it just to annoy me. Much better. We now have them safe and secure inside the fence. Eventually, when they both grow up, I'll be able to use them to do other things. Oh, and also the llama's ready. With the foxes now complete, eventually they'll grow up. I think it's time to work on the final of the 3 animals that I'm going to get for at least this second. Maybe I'm going to immediately make more after this, I don't know. Let's get the armadillo. The best way to do that is to figure out where they spawn. The best way to figure out where they spawn is by going onto the Minecraft Wiki. The Minecraft Wiki, also you can hear Minecraft noises in the back, it's fine. The Minecraft Wiki gives you info on what you want. I said that earlier in this episode, though, here's the armadillo page. Go to spawning, and we see it spawns in windswept savannas, savanna plateau, eroded badlands, and wooded badlands. The best one being windswept savanna or normal savanna at like this spawn chance, assuming a lot of spawns, but it's good enough. So, where are these? Well, we can use another website, which is, this one is Minecraft.wiki. This one is, I forgot to do that, whoops, that's a spoiler, is chunkbase.com. Here, if you know what your Minecraft seed is, which I do, because we started this series by picking a seed from the Discord. You can pick your version, pick even with the dimensions. You can even look for different structures, or even biomes. You can also just turn off biomes if you want, but I just have biomes on because I'm lazy. You can also, through down here, pick a location. This is where my home is, with the house. You can see biome height, highlight certain biomes. So, let's highlight the biomes. And oh, that's nearly nothing. For example, also, here, each of these little squares is one chunk. Each of these squares is 500 by 500 blocks. If you travel this way for 500 blocks, travel from this line to this line, that's 500 blocks. Let's highlight the biomes, and let's show you. Let's expand. Here's where we are. 1, 2, 3. Technically, there's a little bit right here. I didn't notice that. Anyways, another, all the way up to here. And here's a little chunk. A little bit more, a little bit more. Here is where we need to be. Like this whole area. Realistically, here's the savannah, which is the highest chance. A little bit of savannah plateau. I scrolled up. The badlands aren't nearly as effective, but still good enough. So yeah, this is a long distance. So this is approximately, like let's say we go to right here. That's negative 2800 minus 400. We are at 1200. That means we have to travel 2800 blocks in one direction. And we have to travel, let's see, this is like what, minus 400? That's 1600 blocks in another direction. The power of PemDOS, which I did not do this math beforehand, that is, what, why is that minus 490 now? What? Why is clicking the button change everything? Oh my god, my pause button is set to a back button, so it removes my formula. But when I pause it again, it moves forward. I forgot about this. I'm leaving that in, that's funny. That is 3,224 blocks, assuming I move in a perfect direction. I'm not going to, because I'm going to be impatient. So let's say it's 3,300 blocks. 3,300. Now, a happy ghast moves at a speed of about 3.6 meters per second. A block is a cubic meter, every block is a meter. This is 3.6 blocks per second. We divide this by the speed, and we figure out how many seconds it takes. 916 seconds. Now, that doesn't really mean anything. How many is that in minutes? 15 minutes of staring at a screen going in a single direction, hoping you find something, and you might not even find it in that way. And that looks like the closest one that there is to the base. If we zoom all the way out. Gotta go here if you want anything. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure the mushroom fields is closer than a badlands. Welp, I guess it's time to go out on the adventure. For the trip, I'll need leads, so I think now's a good time as any. Be free. Okay, maybe not run that. You're eating the lead. I forgot about how they do this. Of course. You know, hey, you want a bone? Does a bone help? Okay, bone didn't help. May you two be free to enjoy your world on top of this endless void. First time I ate the pufferfish in a while, I did not know it gave you all of this. Poison 2 and hunger 3 and nausea. I'm in pain. Now we took that zombie villager and we turned him into a better villager for one of the trades. We got breach for a single emerald. It's much better, especially compared to the last guy that we had. Guess in the comments what I'm gonna do to him this episode. You will not. It will be found out this episode. Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. I got the spider's eye for the armadillo. I got the leads to bring him in. We got the boat already, which is just naturally chilling next to the ghast I'm gonna use to bring him here. I got fence in case I need to dock the ghast, bed in case it's nighttime when I land, some other stuff that I should probably clear out of my inventory, and a little bit of food. Should probably bring the rest of my food. I think this is gonna be a good trip, especially when, for a sign, I ate raw chicken and did not get poisoned. I think that's an 80% chance to have it get poisoned. That or that or it's a 30 and I'm thinking of rotten flesh. Either way, it's probably good luck. Did this wrong. Where's my shears? I got shears. I need snowballs. I forgot. I need to get snowballs. Let me do that first. Okay, got the snowballs. Now we should be able to. Why are you hanging out near the kelp? Should do this. Wait, there. And then we go. Where'd the lead go? It's over here. Get back down here, you. Then I go lead on this. Move this on my thing, and then. Dang it! Get back down here, you. This will work eventually. We'll be able to have him. Where are you going? This guy's going to the mushroom valley. Get. I'm gonna set this up. I'm realizing I should probably bring some actual food for this adventure. But that was a good sign. I just ate rotten flesh and didn't get hunger. Which is definitely a good sign for this trip. So what we need to do is lead on the boat. Lead on the gas that can't currently run all the way away. Please come down like 3. There you go. Now the boat's attached to it. And then we hold snowbars in our hand. We shear this lead. We pick up that lead. And then we ride the gas. And now we can go on an adventure. So now the important thing is we have to go a large distance away. The hard part is that it's going to take forever. A useful technique you can do is, step 1, change your controls. If you change your controls, specifically keybinds, swap your walk forward with this. At least change your walk forward to be one of your mouse buttons. I don't know how you set yours, but if you do that, that works. Because there is a useful technique. If you use F3 and T, I believe, it reloads resource packs. If you are holding, while that happens, you're holding your click button, then you let go of it while it's reloading, it will trick you into holding it down constantly. I am currently not touching my mouse. I'm not touching it and I'm still moving forward. How am I doing that? Because of that useful glitch. And that is how I'm going to get there. So, without further ado, editor, speed this clip up. We are now landing in your designated location. I forgot to hold W. I've now reset my controls and we are landing in the correct spot. Unfortunately, there's 2 problems. Number 1, I have heard lightning as I was landing. So there might be a lightning storm happening right now. Number 2, as you can tell by the fact that mobs are spawning, it's nighttime, which is unfortunate, especially since I can't see the time. What the? Wait, mobs spawn during a thunderstorm? I didn't know that. That's awkward. Maybe that's why you're allowed to sleep during it. Luckily, we do have an armadillo right there. And if I land fast enough, they will just be stuck down there. So I just need to do this very skillfully, which is a problem because I'm not a skillful person. Oh wait, no, I can't jump out here. That's too high up. I gotta get closer to the ground. Oh god, I see a skeleton. There. Quickly, place the bed down. Ow, I'm being stabbed. Go drown. Why is there a zombie underneath the water? They're just chilling there. I'm guessing that's the sound of a drown spawning? Yep, there it is. Okay, now that it's daytime, it should be less of a problem around here. The problem is this guy's going to be moving around like a maniac. So I just gotta grab some spider eyes, walk up to the armadillos, be like, hey, you want to follow me? Luckily they do, because they're just scuttling on over. You think I should make a farm for each type of mob? If I remember correctly of how breeding works, it won't work too well. I should probably put the... Where's my shears, actually? Oh, or you know what? That works too. I was worried about what was going to happen to it, but it seems like it's fine. Now to help. Also, let's do a technique of... You know what? 1 second. A technique where if your render distance is down, I believe that means more mobs spawn near you. And that's totally what I did, instead of just not wanting to... What the... Is that deep slate coal from up top? Cool. Good to know. Deep slate coal is hard to find. Ooh, I wonder if there's a diamond from grass level. I see diamond. I can see lapis and coal and redstone. There's redstone from grass level. Oh god. Thank you, Feather Falling 4, for making it so I don't die. Let's go try to find an armadillo in this section. Good news. Found the next armadillo. Bad news. The next food on my list is suspicious stew. And I don't know what effect this is going to have. Let's find out. This is the third time I got poisoned off food. Come on. Now that we got the armadillo, I didn't call it a villager. You can prove all the way here. We can put it into the boat. Gas, I need you to help me with this. Gas, I need you to bring the boat over to where the current rider is. Can you do that for me? No? Then I'm gonna have to go with plan B. Which is, steer the boat. Steer the boat. So then I drag him into there. And then I just connect the boat again. I think I accidentally... No, I didn't. Okay, perfect. That means I can do... Snowball. Offhand. Axe. Break this. Pick up. Where'd the lead go? There's the lead. Hop on. Okay, now it's time to actually fly home. So last time I lied. I showed you... I said, hey, I'm gonna... Wait, is that a block on the ground? Oh, there's my bed. I forgot my bed. Whoops. I'm just gonna fly up and come get my gas. But last time I lied. I said, oh, I'll be fine. I'm going to... I didn't get my chest plate down my inventory. I didn't bring my chest plate. Oops. That means we're gonna have to see a landing. You have to watch me land this thing. There we go, I landed it. Okay, I said a few minutes ago I was going to do a time lapse of me getting here, and then I didn't. That's because I made like multiple changes along the way, and it was not a smooth viewing experience, so I decided to just cut the whole thing. What you're instead going to watch is me do it knowing what I know now, which is to be, first step, get the F3 screen beforehand. Change the controls correctly. Change the view distance to be enough so you see everything, even as we're going up. So you can see stuff in the distance. I didn't even realize this was here. That's pretty cool looking. It's like a raised forest. Okay, now. I'm hearing armadillo noises, but for some reason I'm thinking they're pillager noises. It's weird. It's messing me up. Now we're also going to turn this off. And since I think I'm going to be flying at like this angle, that's too much of the gas is covered up. So we're doing first person and like this angle. Hold W. Refresh. Time lapse. I'm realizing a problem with the plan of having a gas carry it. I don't have a landing plan, so it's they're kind of just hanging out here. So this would work. It worked. Wait, now it's on the loose. Wait, it didn't work. Lead, get back here. No. Wait, I can hold snowballs. Let me handle putting them in a farm. Why are you all here? Why is there like so many more than I'm used to? There's like 12. Okay, it's more like 7. That was hyperbole. No, it was over-exaggeration. Hyperbole is not the right term, and I don't even remember exactly what that term means. Who wants to see me kill some pillagers? Let's say they're trying to break the farm. They don't deserve to be here. Make a bet in the comments. What level potion do you think I'm going to get from this villager? Oh god, I'm losing a lot of health, and I can't even eat food. You know what? Let's get into... Actually, no, I'll save that for later. For now, I'll eat more carrots. Now, for science. It was 4. If you guessed 4 in the comments, congratulations, you won. There was no prize, but you won. Bonus advancement time. Gimme. Wait, oh, is it kill instead of just shoot? Oh, I didn't even load it all the way back. There we go. Aw, look. They already have a family. Interesting enough. With armadillos, apparently they eat spiders. I don't really know much about armadillo lore in real life, other than just they have a hard shell that they crawl into, which is able to be mimicked by just running around. But apparently, like, they eat spider eyes to breed, and also they scare away spiders. So if you have like a spider that's running here, it's gonna run away from them. That's neat. Anyways, now that we have at least this part of the farm done, I left the hoe back at the other chest. Actually, before I go get it, let me show you the power of an unbreaking brush. Oh, also an advancement. Whoops, I didn't mean to break it. You get 16 scoots, even from unbreaking. You use like so much durability just using it. Like it uses 1/4 of a brush to get a single scoot, which also disappears after 5 minutes. But now you have horse armor at least. Anyways, I need to go make another brush and also get my hoe. So now next up, I think I have an idea of how to make the farms a little bit more decorative. Before you do that, I've almost forgotten. I've been constantly forgetting the last food item to get the... Where is it? The one I said at the beginning of this video. Eat everything. It's the last thing to eat. Gotten a balanced diet. Eat everything that is edible, even if it's not good for you. Voila. We still have to get this stuff. Still have a lot more that we need to do, but you know that's good enough for now. Now let me show you another way we can make things decorative. Now in my house, I have prepared. First, I made a new shulker box for the potions. I don't think I ever mentioned that, so I'm mentioning it now. Also, here's just some ores I have to turn back into resources. But right here, I have, through the adventures, through trial chambers, and through the nether, I've gotten every single banner pattern and die in the game. God, 1 second. Give me these. Now, I have every single banner pattern in the game, along with every single die in the game. And I'm realizing I actually don't have a loom, which is makes this whole thing awkward, and I don't think I have a loom Actually, you know what? I do have a single guy. I don't have wool. I did not plan this far ahead. I really should put, like, white wool in here. Let me actually go prepare for that. I have now figured out how to make a loom. It's actually pretty simple, just 2 string, 2 planks. So I have a loom here, I have all the wool I could need from over there, and I'm currently standing over here because they are loud and I don't want to deal with them. So in fact, I'm literally just going to... That's video settings, that's not even the right thing. Music and sounds, and we're just gonna beep. Ignore the other setting that I changed. It's because I went to the XP farm, and I got some of their eggs. But now we have wool. We can use this to make banners. Banners are useful because they provide nice decoration around. Now, the problem is, how do you design a banner? Well, you put a banner in here. Well, first, you actually need to make the banner. You take 6 wool of a certain color. So I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, so I'm not doing any. You put it into here. In fact, let me just make one. I have enough to go around. You put it in here. What? Oh, you also put a dye in there. So let me grab like a cyan dye. You grab both of these, and it shows you different patterns that you can use. Do you want just the top third? Do you want the top half? No, that's the bottom half. Do you want a circle in the middle? Do you want teeth at the top, teeth at the bottom, a big triangle? Half of it, but diagonally. Do you want the British flag, but long ways? Do you want the American flag, but long ways and with no stars? Do you want a border? I mean, do you want a framed photo? There's all these different designs. If it's not one of these, then you can also use one of these banner patterns to choose. You want the power of Notch himself? Guess what you can. You get to choose this Notch. Now, okay, it's not actually Notch, but it used the Notch apple, so it's good enough. It's called Thing. I just don't want to talk about it. It's funny. So now, the problem is, this requires you to be creative. Where do I not like being creative? So what is the true plan to do? Steal someone else's design, of course. I forgot that it does the back button. We're going to the future. Okay, there's also ads, by the way. I also forgot about that. Don't I have an ad blocker on? What happened to the ad blocker? Okay, that's weird. Anyways, here is a gallery of different people's Minecraft banners on Minecraft.tools. It has other things on here, but I have not used any of them, so I wouldn't be able to say about how good they are. What I do know is that people can make their banners. If you say click on this TARDIS from a player named Pikachu, or at least their account is named Pikachu, it will say the steps you need to go to make it. Now this is a bit wrong because these down here, like this shows the how the pattern is, like in the crafting table, or you can have it be in the loom. But the problem is it doesn't always include the banner pattern. Like this one has a brick banner pattern. Like this banner pattern right here is in Minecraft. It is the where is it? It is the field mason brick pattern. So you don't get to see it just from doing this. You have to actually put this in to see the pattern. The problem with that is that it might be a bit misleading. You might think, oh, I have everything, and then you actually don't. Once you have them all, then it's fine, but if you don't have them all, it is a bit annoying. But it does show you wonderfully how it works. It tells you what type of banner you need for a background. It tells you what color it is, and it shows you where it is. Or you can use up here, which is, I believe, the manual making, to click a banner pattern. And you can see the banner pattern exactly. So you can copy it one for one, which is what I'm going to do for all these, But look, this is a nice little TARDIS. We're not doing that, though, because you can name them. Like, this is a fox, this is an enderman, this is cookies, we're not doing that. This is an angel, I guess? Actually, no, I see it. It's an angel. This is sunshine. It's like a sun on a mountain. These are all pretty cool. But I'm doing to look up what I want to do. So, I need wheat. Now, I have an idea. Design line. So we can look at all these different types of wheat. We can look at just wheat, like a bushel of wheat. We can look at wheat growing out of the ground. We can look at form like this. And I think the one I want to choose is this one. So for all these, I'm going to say who I'm using. I'm not putting them in the description because I also don't know who they are or how to really link it. Here's how you can do it with commands, but also I'm just going to like show them. Can I see their name on this screen? It doesn't look like I can see their name on this screen. So I think I'll just have to go back to this screen and show you each time I take one, which is going to be, I think, all of them. I'm not creative at all. But yeah, so we're going to use this wheat. I'm going to use this wheat from Work Goblin. It needs 6 light wool dyes. It needs 2 yellow. It needs a 7th white, blue, and a brown. And the design is, first, we take 6 light blue wool, like this. Now we need a crafting table to make a banner. So we're going to grab this light blue banner. We put it into here with the yellow to make it vertically lined. So we can also see as it goes. But the problem is these lines are not strong. So we do it again to have it be really strong lines. Then we put a little teeth in the sky to have different wheats grow different heights instead of just reaching to the sky. And we have a little bit of the ground be dirt to show that they're growing out of dirt. And that is the wheat flag. For that, I'm going to go over to the wheat farm. With the idea that you're looking at it from this perspective, I'm going to put it back here. Right here, I'm going to place it. Voila. And like this, it's wheat. Now I'm going to make all the... Or I'm going to now show, as it goes, in the app, in the website, taking their design, followed up by me making it in Minecraft, just quickly jumping between the two. This potato farm from Work Goblin, and now it is placed in the potato farm. Why are you here? He hurt my crops too. But this is a nice angle though. This carrot from Fluffy Italy, right where it belongs. Also, I just realized, I don't think I clarified, I'm not showing the crafting process. I'm just moving to where they're in their spots. This beetroot from Marty X58. I don't know why I chose to keep the night sky one instead of the normal sky of the others. But it just looks nice. Maybe it's the little bit of artifacting from the big T and the small T's. Big triangle, small triangles. But it creates like it's as if it's night stars in the sky, which you just don't see as much from here, but it doesn't make sense for there to be night stars night stars in the day sky. This melon from Bardo SZKAS. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It looked just like the real thing. Maybe a bit more green. This fall pumpkin from Danny Daring. It's like the melon, except it has a little leaf in it. This sugar space cane from Avery Mine. I like how the sugar cane is hairy to show personality. Also, you can't really tell right now, but in the crafting recipe, they use magenta before using the white. Before using the yellow, to have a little bit of a shadow. It's pretty cool. I don't like that I have to farm my sugarcane if I want to be able to see it. This netherwort from Work Goblin, which I think I did one earlier. I think the black sky on this one works really well when you consider the fact that this is from the nether. There aren't many ones for sweet berries, no matter how you type it, but this one from Lemonade Cookies doesn't look too bad. This does look exactly how I imagine exactly one sweet berry to look. Unfortunately, no matter how you see it, it always looks like it's still on the vine. This Bamboo Forest from Work Goblin. This is the third one I've taken from them, right? It's funny how this design is the same one in the cactus, and yet it looks so much different compared to it, even side by side. This cactus from XAlley45X. Even though this cactus is pretty different from the other cacti, I just really like how it looks. There are a lot of things related to the end on this site, not many of which are related to the chorus fruit, so this one does seem pretty nice. Just looks like a stoplight. I actually changed it. I got rid of the yellow and replaced it with white instead, because I just feel like it looks a bit more like the real thing. This mushroom from Cameling, along with also just being able to make it a brown mushroom. And this glowberry from Kirill373. I definitely said that wrong at some point. I'm trying to be an artist! I like how it looks like this one is the main boss, while these two are the same goons that are protecting it. I also like how the yellow outline gives a nice glow to the glow berries. It's on theme. This is a cocoa bean from Work Goblin. I believe this is the fourth one that we're now doing. It's a good banner, I just don't have a good place to put it. Kelp from NGR Fossil Hunter. I really like how the light is affecting it, or I like how its use of gradients make it look like you're underwater staring at this part of it, and over here you're reaching more of the ocean surface, where it's less clear. Looks really nice, especially for a water plant. And now it's time for the animals. This chicken from AlexI5, which is technically also from Banana Skills over here. I like how it looks kind of derpy. It kind of makes up for how they look and how annoying they are from their noise. This sheep from Crystal Drop, which is also just across like a lot of them. Most of the ones that have the word sheep on it are this sheep. This one's kind of fat. I kind of like that. That's cute. We're still doing this one from Crystal Drop. There's a reason so many people have thumbs upped it on the site. It looks so real, so alive. Like that is like a meme. That is a sheep. Here is a cow, once again from Work Goblin. Lovely thing on the channel. I never really thought about how the cow does have this white streak on the top right until I really made this. It's like, wow, it does exist. It's just right there. It's like a little cowlick. Now for pig, there is a lot of different pig items, but I just can't really like any of the ones on the front page. Because when I see like this, I don't see these as eyes. I see these as eyes and this as the head of a little character on a pink background. This one's just Technoblade. This one, how is this? Oh, because Champion is a Motu. But like this also looks too similar to the sheep. This one I think is pretty cool, but it's a zombie pigman. I probably want to try to do this on my farm. But on page 2, there is one from a pig, who's also made a bunch of other ones that are on the pig site. Which is these eyes. Something that I can see as eyes behind this pig. It probably wasn't the best pig, and I probably should have gone with a Technoblade pig. But this is something that I can see as eyes. Like, these are all like blurry lines, but the snout outline is like purely straight lines. So it just feels like a Twitch. Not Twitch like the action, Twitch like the gaming company. You know what I mean. This rabbit is so good. There is a reason that that's at 2,300 upvotes. I don't know what's used on here. This bunny looks so good. It even has paws. It's staring at you. It looks so good. The only thing would be better would be if these couldn't jump too high, so I could see it from a normal angle. This is the type of banner that makes me want to literally move this entire farm over to a snow biome, so I only get bunnies that look like that. While there isn't a wandering trader llama, this still just looks like a good llama. So let's do this one from Wheeljack878. I'm now realizing I don't think I actually said the design from the last person of Googleplex Bite. I probably should have changed the color around because it looks a bit more yellow than white, but this is probably the best thing we can get with dyes, and also it looks really good, and I'm realizing one of the kids despawned again. There's a lot of cool foxes, like these all look pretty cool. Like I could totally see these being like in like a World of Warcraft banner. But this one looks like the Minecraft fox, so I'm doing that from Fire with 2Es 24. I really do like how it just looks all scrunched up, it looks so cute, and also as you're making it, it does not look at all like it's going to be good, and then you place it down where it doesn't have like the border lines from the lines you make, and it looks so good. I also got to use the Pirate Skull charge, which is good because I had to use a Wither Skull in that. Look at that, I think they like it. I am now realizing that their eyes do not cover the entire pixel, and that feels creepy to me. The armadillo... Oh, okay, I forgot it takes back. The armadillo is probably going to be the hardest one, because isn't it also pretty new, alongside there not being easy ways to make it? Of them, there seems to be only 3 that are armadillos on here. We have this one, which is just a cube, but it's the armadillo inside of it. We got armadillo not hiding, but I imagine this as a little guy, maybe with large ears, carrying a magma cube. I can't imagine this as an armadillo. And then we have this one, which just looks like a kangaroo. Like, I'm imagining, like, the legs are here, but also there's a tail in front of it. And he's about to, like, jump this way. Here's his head. Here are the ears. So fuck it, let's add a kangaroo to the mix. This one was actually really simple. It was only 2 symbols. But it also got made use of the thing one, which is called thing, which used a notch apple for. Which is no longer called a notch apple, but still notch apple. So it's, like, the most expensive, and yet also the cheapest, because it uses the least amount of dye. So which one is it? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Here are the amount of dyes we have left after using all of those. We've used every single dye at least once. And here's where I can put my excess bamboo. I think we've done a lot of work this episode, but I do have a fear. When I wanted to make this series, I wanted each one to be over an hour, but because I'm actually editing it, you know, with the time lapses and stuff, I don't know how long it's been. So let's do a little bit more. You know, it couldn't hurt to do a little bit more content. So, as you see here, I have 5 types of wood, and also bamboo, which counts, 'cause it makes a sign. There are 12 different types of signs, which means there's 12 types of wood we can get. The 6 that we need are in this book. Sorry, we're bringing a book back. It is acacia, mangrove, cherry, pale oak, crimson, warped. I'm counting on my fingers, you cannot see my hand. This was a dumb idea. These 6. And they're actually pretty easy to get. For cherry and pale oak are really nearby. And I think it's pretty easy to go in the nether and find a place that has these. I think the portal connects to a crimson forest. And I think I know where warped forest is. And then mangrove and acacia will be a bit. But first, let's go get the 2 easiest ones, cherry and pale oak. For there, I'm going to go over to a tree and get a sapling. The best way to do that is, step 1, find where it is. And if I fly up real quick, we can see there's a cherry flowers over there and pale oak over there. So this is going to be more of a 1-second adventure instead of a 1-hour adventure. To try to preserve nature, I'm going to take only what I need, so I'm going to break individual leaves until I get a sapling. There we go. And now, we can try to make more of these back at the base. Tree number 1 is ready for harvesting. Pretty good harvest from only 1 tree. It's a lot more saplings than I thought. Which means it's time to take these logs and turn them into the ability to remember that a sign needs a stick. So you have to go get a stick, because I put those away already. Get a cherry sign. Here we go over to the barrel, and we write the word cherry on it. Here we go. This is where the signs can go, and the planks. Technically, the other stuff isn't going there yet, because in here, I want all the trees I'm growing. So it'll be 9 over. Don't worry about the nether ones. The nether ones are going to get their own nether exhibit for other crops that only grow over there. But I want maybe stack of saplings, stack of logs, in case something bad happens. The rest will go into... Oh, okay, well I guess technically that's wrong. Like there'd be 48 in here and only stacks in here. But now, let's go over and get some pale oak. And I have to look up to see if you're able to grow these 1 tall. Because I just don't even know. Onward! Turns out I need 4. Luckily, I got them really fast. I was prepared to do a little clip of, like, intro to make it look like I'm doing it for a while. That was like 12, not 12, like 20 leaves and got that many. Are jungle just cursed? Because I feel like I only hit like 1 when I break a whole tree of that. The problem with the 2x2 trees is that I don't actually have a space to grow them. So I just have to put them in my yard out here and then have them grow. Let's see how much rewards we get from 1 tree. The good thing about 2x2s is you can turn their tree trunk into a spiral and climb up it, so you can easily access the leaves, instead of like needing to scaffold. 14 saplings and 23 logs and 11 sticks, not bad. Ignore the fact that it says 15, that's because I messed up collecting them. What I can do now is create the pale oak sign. We can hang this up on the wall. I'm going to need to like move these all around. There's no order to them, it's just based on the order I got them. Which I guess is an order, but it feels wrong. Pale oak. Wonderful. And then we put that away. Put the pale oak equipment in there. And now, let's go to the nether and try to get those 2. Because I think those are, like, they look like mushrooms. Thanks to a previous adventure on going to try to get a charged creeper, I made one of these to easily access the nether on the top without me needing to dive down like 100 blocks. And here we are. I forgot I'm not wearing gold. Panic. 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 I got wings. Wings are not helpful. Run. Give me one of these. Give me. Give me crimson fungus. And run. Wait, are these trees renewable? I'm gonna have to research some more about this. After some research, these things are not trees, they are funguses. Which also means that the leaves that they have can't make more saplings. So these aren't saplings, and these are non-renewable from themselves. They're renewable from bone meal on the mycelium and the 2 different types of netherrack that spawn these. But until I get a whole nether section, those are not going to be useful. So instead I'm just going to remove them from the book, which is unfortunate. Now we need a mangrove and an acacia. I don't know where those are, so it's time to look up where the nearest one is. I think mangroves are in swamps, and I think there's a swamp like 300 blocks that way. So I'm going to fly there and check, instead of looking it up, because it's more fun that way. Good news, I remembered the swamp. Bad news, the swamp was not the right choice. This time I'm actually going to do proper research on where I need to go. Look to where I need to go. Remember how earlier I went all the way, a few thousand blocks away, over to... Oh cool, witch hut. Over to a savanna? I need to go back. Okay, the zoom does not work because it just shows the top of my head. But I need to go back to that savanna to get acacia. And then also a bit past that. What the, is that an underground ruins peeking? I mean, an undersea ruins peeking out of the water because it's shallow? That's kind of cool. Either way, I have to go there and then go a little bit north to a mangrove swamp, which is the only place they spawn. So I was right about swamp. I was wrong about where it is. Is that a boat on land? Huh? I got a shovel, right? Yeah, is there even a boat down here? There is a... What? What biome is this? We're in a beach biome. So I think it's like a shipwreck. But it's completely buried? Fuck it, I'm checking this thing out. I'm seeing what's in here. This is so weird of the terrain just generating inside of the swamp. I mean, inside of it. I didn't even know the chest was here, but it is. Ooh, coast armor shrimp. That's the only thing I actually needed. Okay, time to leave. Let's leave the rest for not today. This is not the adventuring episode. This is the farming episode. Farming episode part 2. Onward! Here we are, back once again. This time to steal an entire tree. Or maybe not. Maybe we get a sapling really early on. Nope, stealing the whole tree out of spite. 8 saplings and 8 acacia logs should hopefully mean I don't need to come all the way back out here. Technically, it didn't take too long. I was annoyed by doing it. How goes my elytra? Pretty good. Okay, that's manageable. There's a jungle over here? Cool. Okay, let's go over to the mangrove swamp. There is a village here, too. Neat. Anyways, let's go over here to the mangrove village. Not mangrove village. Mangrove swamp. It's like somewhere over here. And here it is. This very wet type of area directly next to a desert. Perfect generation design. At least I think so. I'm more making it as a joke. Now, if I remember correctly, the leaves aren't actually useful. What we actually need is this thing. Didn't work. Okay, wait, how does... I should probably look it up to make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, here's what I was thinking of. This we break, so we can start planting mangroves. What did I break the first time? Probably should have looked up that. Just in case, let's take a second one, so we don't have to come out here. Look at this. It's pretty cool. There's water. Looks like a pretty nice color of water, too. It's like the same as... Wait, is it? Is it pretty nice? Wait. I'm starting to realize maybe that's the swamp color and not the cherry blossom color. Yeah, that's the swamp color. Okay, never mind then. Either way, onwards. Back home. Where's the fireworks? There it is. Back home we go, so we don't have to fight mobs on the way back. Also, look, it's like a horseshoe. So if you enter here and you're in the trap, you're locked into the oasis. Okay, anyways, on the way home we found a pillage outpost. I don't have anything I need from there, but maybe in the future I turn that into a wonderful raid farm. Why am I hitting such a terrible lag? I'm gonna blame you all because I'm recording. That's my only thing I can blame. Wait, what the fuck? I'm flying around still. Recently, after the last clip, there's a woodland mansion here. I'm gonna blame the woodland mansion on cursing me. What is going on with the frames? Or the sun blocking this? Jump cutting this? Cool. I need to come back here. I need to write these chords down. I got a book. Where's the book? There's the book. Where am I around now? I'm like, what, minus 250, minus 1000? Okay. I am flying home and writing that in the book. Actually, I forgot the world pauses when you open a book. Whoops. Okay, I think restarting the game managed to fix the problem. But for now, let's celebrate the new thing. I'm realizing I only took these. I have to actually grow them first. Look. That'll show you the power of a tree. It's a large tree. These. I have to figure out what these are. Is there like something on bone meal, maybe? Maybe the child versions of these? Can't climb this. That is what it is. Okay, and then we can harvest it. Well then. Now we know. Ooh, does fortune work on them? Fortune did not. Okay, worth a try. Let me clean this up. Clean this large thing up. You know, if I planned out this episode better, I didn't need to fly 500 blocks to get vines. I could have just taken them here. Now that we've managed to clean up the mess, we have 13 mangrove logs, along with its quote-unquote sapling. It's not a sapling, I'm calling it a sapling, and if you don't like it, sue me in federal court. Here's Acacia with its sapling and logs, so now it's time to once again make the sign. You know, if I ever can remember that I actually need sticks for... Wait, I did get sticks, I cut down a tree. I guess I did remember I needed sticks. I'm leaving that in, that's funny. At least I think it's funny. Got the acacia sign, and for mangrove, we got the mangrove sign. Voila. And also, this kind of works as a palette to see what type of color... I'm shading them up, because I'm going to be too close to them. These work as a nice palette, so you can figure out what color it's going to be, so you can make plans when you develop your wall. So here we're going to grab these two barrels, and I can go... that's in the wrong line. Make that acacia. Put the signs and the planks in. And here we put in the mangrove. Mangrove with its sign. And then here, mangrove, acacia, mangrove, acacia. Looks nice and simple. Nice, clear, concise. So now, I think this is at least good enough for one episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next episode, where now I'm undecided. I originally planned the next episode to be going to an ancient city, but maybe the known woodland mansion in the direction might be a better plan. Stay tuned to find out what happens next. Either way, it will be an adventure. Bye.
Many hours later.
Hey, so guys, guess who I forgot about? Don't worry. You even got a friend now. Don't worry, I actually do have a good plan now. I have a good plan. I should have done F5 talking about that. Get one of these, some of this, and one of these, just in case. I'll be right back, you two. Just 1 second. Actually, I don't think I need this cobblestone. Give me this. How do I connect this to the boat? Ow! That hurt. Should be. There we go. Okay. Now you both. Come with me. Why are you going in reverse? There we go. Much better. Come with me. right this way. Keep on coming. I think I just realized the better one that I want to do now, but it's too late. I'm already committed. So now we go up. If we have another one like this, I have another plan. First, there we go. Give me these. I was going to originally do a whole track for this, and then I realized you could just do that. Just simply go up. I can't lead him around anymore. He has it. Unless, what if I killed him before he could get it? Or what if I gave them an item? Villager, take some cobblestone. I forgot about throwing it through portals. I can't even go back through the portal to get the lead because they're in the way. God damn it. Okay, it looks like the zombie who infected him is not going to face torture. It's only going to be him. Give me the lead. Much better. Let's go. And just in case, let's grab a little bit of fire resistance. There we go. Come on down. Wonderful.